All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rat Project. Today, we're doing a rat chat. You're joined by me, Burrow, Tilted Too Good, and Uncle Ray. In no specific order. Hey, guys. What's up?
Wait,
What's
hang on.
going
What do
on?
you mean by Uncle Ray? Does that mean like I'm an uncle?
You're my dad.
Oh,
It means you're my dad.
That's
but doesn't
You're-
that mean
You're the one that's most likely to touch us in our sleep.
Wow.
that is so true.
Well, hey, I hate to admit.
Oh,
But,
God,
I mean,
no.
it's
Okay,
actually,
stop,
now thinking
stop.
about
no,
it,
No,
it's
no, no.
not
We don't want to go
happening.
down that path. So, very quickly,
mission.
this is... So
Okay, so
we had-
hentai, right?
we had the idea that so a little bit of context. Ray, Tim, and myself are friends from ages back. We went to primary school together. Oh, not primary school.
No, high school.
Yeah, we went to
But
high
like
school
start
together.
of high school.
Anyway, so we've been friends for years. Burrow is a good friend from like years back, but he's in America. We don't get to catch up.
America! Fuck yeah!
We don't get much time to just hang out and chat and talk about stuff. So we are.
It's been 7 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, we are four like mid-20 white dudes who don't really know much about anything. But-
Mid-20.
So we thought
And have
I'm
very
26.
generic
If
opinions
that's
on
not
things.
mid-20. I don't know what the fuck.
Is 27 late 20s?
No, it's still
that's
mid.
where I'm at.
And then
Oh,
that's fine.
is it?
Sure.
because I'm
Oh.
sitting like 32.
So
but I
anyway,
might be,
We had the
The weird
bright
thing is
idea.
you still go to those 16 plus clubs.
We had the bright idea to do a podcast. Bada bing, bada boom. That's why we're here. Okay, I'm done.
bada bing,
I'm
bada
out. I'm out.
boom.
That's all I'm
That's
doing.
it, man. It took like half an hour to get that intro together.
Congratulations.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada,
Bada
bada, bada boom. Okay. Anyway,
G'day.
yeah, it has been about 7 years. It always surprises me.
Yeah.
How long? It's surprising how quickly online
walked into that.
friendships sort of go by. Like,
I wish I knew you less, Johnny.
Yo, I was actually about to say that. Don't be shit. It's like,
wow.
get me to it.
Okay, no, that's how it is.
I mean, I thought you were my builder, but we're friends. It's like,
Wait, hold up. I don't recall this.
It's like, when did we become friends? I thought you just sold me drugs.
Yeah.
I've been through that.
for 7 years running, like. Wow. Anyway, what are you guys saying? What are you doing, team? What are you?
I'm still playing League. I
you
just
playing-
switched chat.
Wow.
I'm 0-3 at the moment, so I'm not doing well. But look, who cares? It's
Well-
all about having a good time.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that this podcast is important to you, that you dedicate your entire attention to it and aren't going to have furious button pressing all throughout your recording.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, of course
Yes,
I
we
can hear
can hear
it.
that.
What do you mean?
How do I change a gate
I mean,
in Discord?
I can hear
Just-
that. Yeah, like it's gonna. Anyway, that's fine. Professionalism.
Mechanical keyboard.
Why don't you like
I'll just switch keyboards.
Control delete or something?
I think it's Alt F4 to open the gate on Discord.
Yeah.
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 I'll do that very
So
soon.
fucking original.
That sounds about right.
Anyway, what's everyone been up to? It's the new year. It's 2020. Ray, I haven't seen you since. I haven't seen you in a decade.
Spilt milk.
Wait.
Fuck.
Pew. Yeah, you're right. And actually, now that I think about it,
Hold up.
hold up a second there, man. When are you gonna come here again to the house?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
And,
I've got more shit for you to do.
Yeah, there's always stuff to do. I'm aware. Tim needs his front yard done. I
Oh yeah, we're still doing that.
need
Yeah.
to paint
Just
walls in
remembered.
my house. Ray needs his ceiling done. There's a lot to do, guys. All right. And
I actually need my floors fixed.
Burrow
Might
needs
actually,
his walls fixed.
That is saying it.
I will fly you to America.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I'll take that deal. Yeah, it's chaos. Everyone wants stuff done. I am very busy. So we had holidays. I had 3 weeks off. The majority of which I worked doing other work. So I pretty much ended up having, I think, about 4 days off over Christmas.
Yo.
Which sucked, but also I have decent savings again now, which is fantastic. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, nice.
Busy time of year.
Busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Busy.
Anyway,
Bee. Yo.
did you have a good Christmas,
Busy.
Ray? What'd you? Yeah.
I
Yeah, mum.
Well, yeah, Christmas is an event where families got together and had a decent meal together.
Oh yeah.
Because I am a Filipino white male. White
Dude,
male.
You're not what?
It
Filipino white
does just
male,
occur to me. I did refer to us as 4 white dudes. Ray is not
Yeah,
white.
because I'm like a Filipino.
Well, I mean,
because I'm middle aged, white,
Yeah.
and Filipino.
Yeah.
I'm a minority. Okay, and I'm straight. Sorry, and I'm straight. I'm a minority.
Because you've made me question that a lot.
that is up for
Yo,
that
what
is
do
up
you
for contention.
Yo, what
That's
do
up for
you
that's up
mean?
for contention.
No, anyway, back to my little story. So Christmas came and well, so my mom ordered this like a little piglet, right? And it's like a spit roast, yeah.
Whoa,
And I
wait.
went to the shop,
Wait, what? What do you like a? You mean
like an actual piglet
a
being
pork roast?
roasted? Yeah, like one of those ones,
Oh.
the one that spins around.
I was
yeah?
hoping you were gonna say it was like alive.
Well,
You guys fucking slaughtered
imagine
it.
if it was
yourself.
You
screaming.
just hear it
yeah.
Man,
Anyway,
that's a Christmas celebration. It's like, okay, first one to catch it gets to
the
slaughter
first
it.
one, anyway, I went to that shop and so it was clearly like a Filipino tradition where like okay, it's a Filipino tradition that every Christmas people would always have like it's like one of the main dishes is like a piglet, like a roast piglet, yeah, like a whole pig. And it's sort of
Right. Yeah,
presented
sorry.
table and
Yeah,
stuff.
I get what you mean now. Like where you have the whole pig, like
Yeah,
apple in the
like this
mouth, like
glazed-
glazed
yeah.
on a
Split
rotisserie.
roast.
glazed, and you got like a bit of apple in front of the mouth, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Look, I
yeah.
really described that very bad, but
It's not
but
really.
I
It's
think
not that
people-
much of a thing.
You know,
like
on a tangent here, like like what they call split roasting, right? It's like when two guys get a girl
Spit
from both
roasting.
ends.
Spit-
Yeah. Why don't they spit roasting, whatever? Why don't they call that a rotisserie dickin'? I think that
there just needs to be a third person rotating
What?
the girl. Like
yo, actually, dude, but it doesn't really rotate.
yeah, that's
though.
why it's not called a
That's the
rotisserie
third
dickin'.
person.
That's made me laugh. Holy shit! That made so much sense. But anyway, oh man, that's really funny. But yeah. So I went to the shop and this lady was like talking to me because I don't really know a lot of Filipino words or anything. So I was talking to her like a
I
normal
don't know
person.
my own language, is what you're saying.
Papatay
I mean, I know a little bit. I can
You don't even know what
understand,
your own
right? And I
language
can
is
talk,
called.
but I'm like, like how can I say it? Like elementary.
What
level
you're
or
trying to
something.
say is your
English?
bobo.
Yes.
Bobo.
Okay.
I
I'm
forgot that was
stupid.
a word.
Long story short, she was like looking at me. I was like, oh, she been like talking to us and stuff. Asking like, how's her day? Like, I mean, I was talking to her at the start, like, oh, how's your day? You guys been busy? Because they're not celebrating Christmas, right? Because they were busy cooking, like actually, like these piglets. And she was telling me how like they cooked like 180 in that day, like AM and PM and lunchtime and stuff, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's really amazing. And she just asked me all of a sudden, it's like, so, look, are you Filipino? That she looked at me and asked me if I was Filipino,
I'm Mauritian, bitch.
and it made me sort of think. I'm like, it's not that I think majority of Asians that are living in like a what do you call this? Like in a what? Oh, what's the word? Help me. What is the word?
Like,
I'm looking
majority of
for?
Asians living in a Western country.
Yeah, Western. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Western like place, like they sort of already have like a problem, they're already having like identity crisis and stuff. I thought, you know what? I think I know who I am at this age. Mid-20s, ready to go. I'm like, yeah, I know who I am. But then this girl, this lady was like, are you like Filipino? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, oh, okay, because then you don't look it. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like,
I
because
don't look good.
yeah, dude, like you don't look it. I'm like, oh, well, what, okay, like what do you mean? It's like, oh, you kind of like, seem to be taller and you have like wide shoulders. I'm like, okay,
Here we go.
like,
So this whole story was just about Ray flexing that this woman thought he was cute.
no, I wasn't flexing at all, but I just couldn't believe the
Ah.
fact that she doesn't even look.
I've been around this whole story just to hear this bullshit ending.
Yeah, because I'm skinny, dude. I'm skinny ass, dude. Like I'm actually a twig, Tim.
Yeah,
Fuck
fucking
off.
yeah, oh my god,
Twig.
that's just so fucking like.
No, but anyway, that's a story. And I asked her, and she's like, "Oh, so what do you think my nationality is?" She was like, "Oh, like Southern American, like Portuguese or something, or like some like
Just from your voice alone, there's no way she thought you were fucking American.
No.
This is what Ray
she
thought
thought I was like.
she was.
No, that's
Oh.
what she said. No, she said I was like Portuguese or something.
right.
Yeah, because I was wearing my glasses. I don't look like, you know what I mean. Like I didn't look Asian enough for her. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I didn't look Filipino enough for her. And
You
then
look Asian enough for me.
that's exactly right. Like anyway,
She
that's my
thought you might
story,
actually.
man.
Man,
Oh shit.
She thought you might actually satisfy her in bed.
I don't
was like-
know. I don't know that you can just say that Asian people living in a Western country are having an identity crisis. I'm not sure that's something that you, as a single person, can just put out there.
Well, surely there's gonna be studies out there. Like there's gonna
Well,
be a
there-
lot of. I don't know. I feel like
I don't.
there's
I don't know about the Filipinos. I don't know about the Filipino people, but like some Asian cultures are definitely experiencing some form of like diaspora, which is like where I'm from. Initially, had a very large Hmong population, and so like they're basically running away because back in the 90s they were running away from, was it Pol Pot?
Oh yeah.
And so they've been kind of like almost forcefully removed from like their own culture, and they're just kind of having to figure out what they're doing now in America.
Actually, you know what? Now I think about the topic of America, and this is might sound a bit different, but you have healthcare, yeah?
No.
What? Have you
You
been
gotta
paying
fucking- why
attention
you gotta
last
put me on the
20
spot like that?
years?
No, but like surely you have like.
I'm a fucking college student working a part-time job. I'm a fucking veteran, and I even have to pay for that shit too.
Like, because the thing is, like,
Yes, I do.
because I found out, I watched this video, right? And apparently, like, inhaler, like, how much? Yo, hang on, Bish. How much do you think is an inhaler? No, hang on. I want to ask you. I just couldn't. You know what I mean?
How much do we pay for an inhaler?
And how much do they pay for an inhaler?
Yeah, I know where this is going. So I actually had a similar conversation with Simon, who's in New Zealand. And the difference even between Australia and New Zealand is crazy. But then once you add like America into the mix, it's just mind-boggling that 3 different like first world countries have such a different take on healthcare.
Exactly.
Yeah,
dude,
it's absolutely insane.
The thing is, like, the video that I watched was this American dude, I think, or some. Anyway, he was asking these British people in England, of course, like just asking. So, how much do you think is an inhaler in America? Like, on
Are
average.
you guys first world country?
What? Did you seriously just
I
say,
beg your
is
pardon?
Australia a first world country? Was that a genuine question?
I don't know. If you look at ScoMo,
Do you know what the actual like definition of what a first, second, and third world country are? Do you know where those terms come from?
No, by all means, invite me.
Go on.
It's it has the completely different connotation now, but they originally came from players in the Cold War. That were divided like into like 3 different categories. Like first world was like the Western side, like America, Britain, fucking basically all of Western Europe. And then second world was like all the people in the Soviet bloc. And third world were people that didn't really have an affiliation. I feel like Australia would be, and it is according to. Oh fuck, New Zealand is as well. I was gonna say I know Australia probably would be because I think you guys are still part of fucking the British Commonwealth during that time. I didn't know about New Zealand though.
We're still Commonwealth now.
It turns out they were.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
about to say. I mean, we're still clearly. I mean, not clearly, but we are. But anyway, yeah, I just couldn't. It just boggles me how much.
No, you can see why, like a lot of people.
You kind of know where I was coming from at that point, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
legit
mean,
first
I
second,
don't
like,
think.
yeah.
I think the way, like you say, maybe back then it had a different sort of meaning, but I think today it's not really. I mean, people don't really use second rate or for second world country.
Second world?
Like it's not really a term
It's
that
not
gets
a thing.
used anymore. It's either
Yeah.
your
I know,
first.
I know,
world
I know
or
there's
second
I know
world.
there's a different connotation nowadays, but I was just curious. It's an idea that popped in my head.
But yeah, but yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like
You're either first or you're last.
for example, yeah, I mean, an asthma pump here is maybe. God,
I bought one. No,
I have no idea.
No. I
that
bought
where they
one
pump
like
in asthma?
so I was like having troubles with breathing. I can't remember what maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I went to the what do you call it? The doctor. I just had to line up. I mean, it was free. I just went in there, and then all I had to pay for was the inhaler because apparently I just need some extra protein to sort of help my lungs to sort of
Protein.
or
Whatever it is, sure.
no, sorry,
Yeah.
it's called like protein steroids to sort of just help my lungs to sort of catch up for a few weeks or something. So I bought this inhaler and literally it cost me like $30.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was
okay,
going to
that's-
guess 20, but yeah.
Yeah, like, and
I was going
like,
to guess 14,000.
and then you look, and this guy in the video, he mentioned like it was like crazy amount, and I just could not believe even like pregnancy. No, sorry, when you have a childbirth, apparently it's very expensive to have a baby there. Like why? That should be free. Like, are you not allowed to have a baby? Like, do you need to save
can
up
have a
money to have a
baby.
baby? God damn, dude. Just to have a baby, not to support a baby. Right?
Comparatively,
Insurance does cover. I was
uh,
gonna say insurance does cover a lot of that stuff, but you will have to pay like different co-pays and stuff, and so it's expensive up to a point. But yeah, there are a bunch of ridiculous charges, and like when you get the bill, they bill you for everything, but
Dude,
then your insurance company pays a lot of it. So like you'll look at that bill and you're like, what the fuck is all this shit? And then insurance pays for like 90% of it, but it still winds out to being a fuckload more than what you guys pay.
yeah.
that's the thing.
But
like, you
that's the
have to-
thing. So you're talking about like health insurance, right? See, that's the thing. Like here, you don't need like health insurance is a thing, and a lot of people do have it, but you don't need it because in the end,
Yeah, because
like if I do I have health insurance? I don't think I do. I've got ambulance cover, but I don't think I have
Same.
health insurance. So if I go out, say I'm driving along the highway, I have a head-on collision, I get whatever airlifted in the chopper to hospital, they do surgery, blah blah blah. Like that's all covered under like public healthcare. I think.
you're
I
right.
could be wrong,
you're
but
right.
I'm pretty sure that's all
No,
covered.
I
So
think-
they're
like,
not just
look-
gonna like leave you in the fucking road if you don't have health insurance.
No, I know.
Like,
I'm
the
pretty sure what I'm
ambulance is
saying
gonna
is
check
you,
that
you
shit.
don't pay for that. Whereas I think in the States you would, right? Like without-
for
if
like
you
ambulance
didn't
and stuff,
have-
yes.
sorry.
But if you
have,
don't like
wait, listen, bro. Like, do you have like a membership stuff? Like, you can pay for the ambulance. Like, I think I pay mine $120 for the year, and then I'm covered.
Are you
like,
enough?
I don't have to pay.
mine,
Are you-
I'm not super like up on like exactly what health insurance stuff
Yeah.
is because I really haven't seen a doctor ever since I did my veterans disability stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be
um,
talking about this because I don't think any of us quite know exactly what's going on.
I'm not exactly knowledgeable on it, but I do get my current health insurance through my work, and they just take some money out of my paycheck every month that I don't really even notice.
Yeah.
And then, but if I do go to the doctor, I know I'll have to pay like a copay and like a certain percentage of like my medicine and stuff. I think it's like I have to pay like 15% for the medicine I get or something.
oh, that's
Apparently, my employer is pretty good health plan. but that's because I work for a fucking massive company.
Anyway, that video just sort of just like made me think about
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
how lucky we are, I suppose, in Australia.
On that note, I might actually need it soon. I was telling Bishop earlier, I might be fucking dying. So
I just thought of it. I don't know why. Is that why I mentioned that? Because that's pretty funny. Yo, hello,
well,
hello.
no, this is kind of like that. So like not yesterday, but like the night before, I started kind of feeling like shitty, like a flu was coming on.
Yeah.
And well, I work for an airline, and I deal with a lot of passengers and stuff that are come through. Well, I just found out when I went into work today, after I had been feeling shitty for about a day and a half, that the second possible reported case of the coronavirus in the U.S., that guy had flown through our airport a few days prior. And I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck.
Are you a bit worried?
Actually, my legit response to that was like, oh, so this would be a bad time to call in sick, huh?
Wow. So what
we'll
happens?
have to see.
Are they containing it?
Yeah, the kid that has this, they haven't confirmed if it's the virus or not. They're still running tests because he had to go to the ER the other day or whatever, but they got him in quarantine now. Just in case, and they're still running their tests. They haven't made it public, but we had been informed that he flew through our airport a few days prior. So
there you go. Damn. Like, I mean, I know countries do take quarantine pretty seriously. I mean, here in Australia, like, I mean, honestly, you could probably bring like a whole bag of crack, and then they're like, "Oh, you can come through." But then if you bring like a fruit or something, it's like, wait, everyone stop! This is an unknown fruit. You cannot come into this country with that unknown fruit. There is no way you're allowed, and then you sort of get fined and stuff, right?
That's customs, and that's different. Yeah, that's different. And yeah, countries do take that fucking seriously.
Like way too seriously. Like unreal. Like wow. Like
no. Some like plants, if you move them into different areas, will have like massive detrimental effects on the local environment.
What, even just local areas in America?
Like
really?
Well, I'm pretty sure I read something about like there's a especially with the fires you guys have been having, there's a plant that was like introduced that's not native to Australia that grows really quickly and is probably going to be about 90% of your guys' vegetation after these fucking fires. Because it'll come back and like outgrow everything else, basically.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the reason why you mentioned
I forget what it is. It comes from Asia. I forget exactly what I was reading on, but apparently it's not a good plant to have.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just realized the reason behind it is because apparently some plants could basically migrate into the local area, and then it sort of spreads out, and it could be like it could kill another plant or something, which is not good with another plant, which sort of kills the vegetation or pretty much a whole range of, veggies or plants or whatever it is.
Same thing with fish. There's a big thing with fish. I think it was carp got introduced to America from Asia some time ago, and now they're just fucking running rampant.
Yeah.
As well as like there's something, because like the place where I'm from has a lot of lakes, and that's kind of like what it's famous for. And one thing, like every time we go anywhere, if you put your boat in, when you take out, you have to like check the underside of your boat, get rid of all the weeds and everything that are stuck to it, and you have to like clean the shit out of like your boat just to make sure you're not bringing any of these like zebra mussels with you. Because those things will like destroy other populations of fish.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Like how they,
if you like have like a little bit of something in your boat, and you from a different lake, and then you go to another lake, oh wow, okay.
So this is something that I've noticed because so we do a lot of fishing. Australia being Australia, we go like up to the north coast, do saltwater fishing up there, come back down, do like freshwater fishing through the rivers like the Murray, then go down like south coast out into Portland, do saltwater fishing there, all around. We take the same boat. We got like a 6.5 meter V-hull. It sort of crossed my mind that like, yeah, we wash the boat in that. But I considered the same thing, like if even from like coast to coast, if you could be like introducing essentially foreign species and stuff, or foreign bacteria even, even just like from one side of Australia to the other. And like, if there's sort of more regulations on it, because I guess there's not. Like, there's nothing to stop people from doing it.
No, actually, now that you mention it.
Well, so yeah, that is definitely possible because like there's actually like a list of lakes that have been infected with the zebra mussels, and there's even some like lamprey that it's a new one. That's a newer one. Some lamprey that's been found in a bunch of lakes, and they're freaking out about it because it like eats all of the smaller bait fish, which causes like the big fishing fish to not have any food.
Yeah, right.
But no, like one of the things they can do to like counteract that is I've actually seen this happen. Like I was going with my dad when I was younger, and we got pulled over by I think it was like sheriff or something. And he like did the whole license registration, all that stuff. And then he took time to like go and check our boat to make sure that like everything was gone. And my dad had in the plug cap, there was some like weed, weed. No, not weed. Some like floral, like underwater weed.
Yeah.
Stuff you get underwater. I don't know how to say it better without sounding like drugs.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that. And my dad literally got fined for that.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be very
hang on, how much was the fine?
doing all this shit?
How much was the fine? Was it like
I was too young. I was too young for him to discuss.
Was it
it
like upset? Like he got home and like, God damn it, I have to pay this guy.
And then he fucking beat the shit out.
Or was it like he didn't beat
boat
the shit out of him because he didn't pressure wash the boat like like harder.
Well, no, it was in, like the boats have like plugs, like little drain plugs in the back.
Yeah, bungs.
It was in like he pulled the plug out and there was some like weed, the weed in there.
Yeah.
And that's where he got him. And I don't remember what the fine was. I was too young, but like no, my dad's not really the type to get angry about that shit. He's super into like the conservation stuff.
So
he's a really big.
I was assuming it would have been like like a $50 fine, and I'm like, okay, now don't dramas, man. It's all good. I'll pay that. $50. That's fine. It wouldn't be like a huge amount that it was like it was a big no, like a grand fine. Surely not.
No, he wasn't that upset about it.
It's probably like gonna be like a speeding fine, sort of fine or something. I don't know. It just sort of made me think like how much is a fine? And how serious is that fine? Like what I mean? Like if it's something really bad, the fine would be a lot more.
Nah, not even though. What's the fine for not wearing your seatbelt? Like $300?
Dude, that's a lot.
Dude, every fine in Australia is a lot. It doesn't matter what you do. Okay. It's like a lot.
Clean in, clean out is what they're calling it.
It's insane.
Actually, now they bring in the fines. How much is a fine for not wearing a seatbelt in America?
I have no idea because I've never gotten caught because I can put my seatbelt on really fucking fast.
Okay. I don't know if I should look it up. I'm sort of I think I'm just gonna.
I've only ever gotten 2 tickets, and one was going 7 miles over when I was a pizza delivery driver.
Ooh,
and that one was I was pissed because fucking the pizza place I was working at. It's like, oh, if you get because he's always like, go fast, we need to get them out there quick.
Oh.
If you get a speeding ticket, I'll pay half of it. I'm like, hey, I got a speeding ticket. He's like, oh well, fuck you. And
wow.
I was like, what? I literally quit like 2 weeks later because he's.
Wait, he didn't pay the half of it.
No, yeah, that just sounds dodgy in all regards.
That is a verbal contract, dude. Like,
and then after that, like I wouldn't speed, and he's like, "Hey, you're going too slow." And I'm like, "Well, don't give me back my money for the fine." He's like, "No." Like, well, then I'm not gonna fucking speed.
So the thing here though, like, do you guys have demerit points? No,
we do not.
So if you
in
go
the military, we did, but in like regular civilian life, you do not.
So if you go out and say you get done, so in 1 week you're extremely unlucky, you never wear your seatbelt, and every single day of the week you get done for not wearing your seatbelt, do you lose your license?
No.
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Wow.
It could be like I honestly don't know. Like I said, I've only ever gotten 2 tickets. I've been pulled over.
Good boy, bro. God damn.
My second ticket was technically for 11 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Yeah.
So he wrote down I was going 66 in a 55. He actually clocked me at 111 miles an hour in a 65, and I was 16 and it was 3 a.m. The cop literally made me call my parent, tell them what I was doing, and then told me, hey, if you try and challenge this in court, I will tell them like what your actual speed was and you'll get all this, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, I could have you for reckless endangerment of driving. You won't be able to drive a car ever. We'll impound your car. You're going to jail.
Question. What was 16-year-old bro thinking in that stage? Were you like drinking or something? Oh, no, it's illegal in your age. Oh, damn, actually.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Yeah, drinking age is 21. They actually just raised the limit for tobacco, like smoking, to 21 as well.
Oh,
but
interesting.
no,
But
no,
like
literally.
Were you just being reckless? You just being immature?
I feel like you're not really thinking anything. It's like
you just like speeding.
I was
like, oh yeah.
So I was what literally was happening was I was going home from my girlfriend's house after meeting her family for the first time. I literally told
going
the cop
home
that.
after meeting your parents.
I hugged her grandma. I was wearing like the sweater and all that shit, looking like just the best little pasture boy. Because like I was in high school and I was meeting my girlfriend's family for the first time.
And then you went home at 3 a.m.
Well, hang on. They're not a very like observant family.
Exactly. Wait.
So
interesting. 3 a.m. home time. But like, did you I guess meet the parents like at midnight or something?
Yeah, I went there for dinner and then I hung out for a while and then I think we ended up watching a movie.
Oh, okay. So just wholesome
stuff. And then her grandma fell asleep and we went to her bed and fucked. And
okay, it wasn't wholesome. I thought it was like keeping it PG, but what is that?
No, actually, we didn't go to the bed. It was actually in the car.
Oh damn!
Because her house was really small. The same car got pulled. I'm pretty sure the condom was probably still in the back seat.
Wow, you're a bad boy. you bad boy.
All right, let's move on.
My current girlfriend is giving me shit. Like, do you guys think it's weird? My current girlfriend is giving me shit, but do you guys think it's weird that I lost my virginity at 13?
I think I might
be. Was that too young?
That is. I think that's Tim out of nowhere. Like, just like what?
Tim's finally decided to join us. So if you you missed it, Tim's here. Everyone, Tim.
Yep, what's going on?
G'day, mate.
I'm still on the phone with the misso, but I'm having 3 conversations at once.
You're on the phone.
Yep.
He's on the phone. He's talking to us, and he's playing.
So we organize to do a fucking recording like 5 days in advance. We talk about it beforehand, and then when it comes time to do the recording, not only are you playing,
Johnny, going back on mute.
Not only are you playing League of Legends, you're also on the phone.
On the thumb.
You kidding me?
He's on the thumb. He's playing League. Like, talking to the boys at the same time.
I've got a cute as fuck dog that I've got to look at. I got a cute as fuck dog I got to look at.
Now Brody's in the
as
podcast.
Well.
Hi, Brody. Does Brody want to chime in?
Hey, Brody. Johnny says hi.
Hi, Johnny.
Tell her she's live on YouTube right now. Tell her.
You're live on YouTube, Brads.
Am I cool?
Oh my god!
I was just waiting for like the N word to come out or something.
Wow, god damn. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I mean, my Barney's so cute.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, in other news, the 2020 season of Mojave Off-Road started.
Australian Fires.
Started this week. Unfortunately, Andrew Whitehead, one of the U Theory racing guys, had a fucking just brutal crash and is currently in hospital undergoing surgery. So fucking good luck to him. I saw pictures from the crash and it was pretty bad. There is blood everywhere. So I think...
Wait, are we talking about like a Formula One race?
No, like trophy truck. Like
I bet he doesn't have to fucking pay for it.
So yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't know exactly what happened in the crash. There's not much information, but the truck is in pretty bad shape. And yeah, like I say, I know he has like fractured skull, fractured spine, like pretty much everything important to keeping your internals where they should be is broken in some way. So yeah, hopefully he recovers. But yeah,
I don't know about that one, mate. The way you explained that, I don't think he's gonna recover for a while. Like, I mean, goddamn.
well, I mean,
Like, if you're-
he was conscious.
if your insides is out, well, then it's not really insides anymore. It's outsides.
But
Get
yeah,
it?
I mean, he was in hospital when he was conscious this morning. He was smiling before he went in for surgery. So I mean, yeah. But given the safety on these trucks, like whatever happened must have been really bad. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds loose as fuck, doesn't it?
Fingers
I
crossed.
mean, his
he's all right.
inside is loose.
But yeah.
Yo, that's. I mean, I probably should be a little bit more compassionate.
Oh,
Are we talking about
that's
trucks?
probably maimed for life.
Wow.
You know, I feel like I should be a little bit more
Wait.
compassionate, but at the same time, I'm like, the joke is there. I mean, I cannot let that go of being an uncle. Again.
Oi.
What?
You've got my full attention now, Johnny. Just letting you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
I think mentioning the fact that you know, we're doing something. Maybe Tim, if you say that to her, I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay, Tim. I'll call you back later.
Pat me on the head.
Brody
and off I
doesn't
go.
do that.
I don't know,
Oh.
dude. Yo, come
Hey,
on, man. Like,
Ray, roll fast. I looked it up.
Okay.
Transporting an invasive species carries a fine of $500.
God damn.
Boaters will
That's
be
only
fined
$500
$100 if they hit the
That's
road
American.
without pulling the drain plug.
That's like
Ooh.
$900 Oz.
Ah, fuck it.
So
Still
my dad
worth
probably
it.
got the $100
That's still worth it.
fine for the
What do you
drain plug.
mean?
$500 for not cleaning your boat
How
properly.
cool would alligators be in Australia?
If it like had another head.
Dude,
Because it's
fuck
like
alligators.
from like a different it's like a different type of lake,
Oh
you know?
my
God damn.
god. So
I love how on their website here, where they're trying to show you what a zebra mussel is. There's a picture of this girl holding it out, and she's just in a swimsuit and got her fucking cleavage like right there too. Like, fuck
Okay,
yeah, dude.
America, right there.
There it is.
So yup, there it is. That's America right there, yo.
Ooh.
Anyway, Jono.
I don't know really. I just wanted to move on. But
Sorry,
uh,
I finally found what the fine was.
oh yeah, no, that's fine. I like having closure for stuff. It's good. But yeah, I've been looking. Everyone's been a little bit busy, but I've been looking for something for us to play and hang out.
Yeah, Rust.
Tim's keen on Rust for some reason, which I didn't imagine, but
Because I'm
Dungeon
old and
Defenders.
rusty.
But I mean, also when he mentioned it, I thought that's probably one of the better suggestions because I think pretty much everyone has Rust and it's something everyone can jump into and like just.
I don't think I do, but I'm happy. I don't know.
I don't know,
Like,
we'll check it out.
Halo
at the same
Chief
time,
Max
I'm not like a
collection.
person who plays a lot of. Or like, I don't know, especially nowadays. Like, I remember when I was like 21 and stuff, still at university, and you know, just had all the time that I had to play games.
Do whatever you want.
Right,
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking play it whether you like it or not.
I mean, no, I'm not saying no.
Speaking
I
of
mean, yeah, let's
speaking
go.
of gaming though, because yeah, we might do some Rust, but anyway, we'll sort it out. We're in a real status at the moment in our Discord where it's like everyone get this game, we're gonna play it, and then nobody ends up actually playing it.
Like,
And then
everyone
we
gets
just go
it,
to the
but not-
next game. But anyway, so I don't know if Burrow and Ray are necessarily aware of this. Tim, myself, and the other Tim have essentially been working on a new project called Meta Magic, which is
Wow. Not really though. Timmy hasn't done shit.
no,
Sorry, Sully. Sorry,
Wow.
Sully.
But yeah, basically it's based around Magic the Gathering, and we're doing all sorts of stuff for that. So we haven't really got anything out yet because we've been waiting for the next expansion, which came out today. So I have in my
I'm
hand.
so fucking keen.
Yeah, I've got.
Wait,
the
do you
full-
gather magic there or what?
Tim, I actually got. You know how they give you like the promo packs when you buy the.
Oh, have you got promo packs?
Have you got promo pack? No.
No,
I
that
have.
was retarded. That wasn't like a oh my
Well,
god. That was like a oh my fucking god. Let's open them now.
What I do have is an Athreos foil, which is amazing and
No!
insanely powerful.
Inject? Is it oak? No. Is it Ono?
Byrat project.
Uno.
Uno.
Anyway, so yeah, we're doing some.
How do you come about that card?
We're doing some like high quality Magic stuff. But where this was going to, because I know you guys don't necessarily care about trading card games. Well, I know Burrow used to play
I do.
Magic, but no, what I was going to talk about is as a
I
part
used
of Meta Magic, the new Magic the Gathering MMO is coming out soon.
Oh,
which
Legends.
is called Magic the Gathering Legends. So obviously we're going to be playing that. We're going to give it a good go. I think we're going to want to try and stick with it, even like if it's bad, we won't force ourselves to play it. But I think we need to give it a good try. So I thought maybe Ray, you'd be super down for that, as you love your MMOs. It'll be like a brand new MMO. Everyone starts at level 1.
Yeah, I'm all about the MMOs. I mean,
Give it as
currently,
good of a
right
try
now,
as you
still playing Black
second
Desert.
try.
Have you seen or played Diablo?
Me?
Diablo? Yeah.
So Magic the Gathering Legends actually looks a lot like Diablo.
Wait, is it
I'm
a top
looking at it right
It's
now.
pretty scary, isn't it?
What?
So
That's
I'm
interesting.
actually super keen for it because like I love games like Path of Exile, Diablo, like all those sorts of games. They're great. So I actually would love to have an MMO in the same sort of play style, and especially
Yeah,
one
'cause
that
that's
we're
the
all playing. Like I'd love to have like a
Yeah.
party of like 5, 6, up to 10 people all running around in like a Diablo-esque game. That sounds incredible to me. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.
yeah. Path of Exile is a top 10 game. Yeah, that's the same as.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that the same as
Yeah.
the same game you're talking about?
Yeah,
Path of Exile is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I played it,
I've sunk a few hours into it.
yeah.
but it's like one of those things. Like, oh, I played it, and then like, oh, okay. I
The
mean,
the thing is,
do
I've
dungeons.
noticed this. There's a lot of games that I think we would all super enjoy. But these days, because we're all busy and none of our time schedules line up, we never play stuff together. And that's why I've been trying to find games like Rust or Atlas, whatever it might be, for us to try and play. Because the whole thing
Yeah,
that
so
makes
that-
games good is playing games with other people. And like we haven't played games together in forever. Like when was the last time, like honestly, when was the last time we played a game together?
probably.
We did
like-
play Age of Empires 2
That's
once.
exactly. I was about to say that, dude.
Vermintide.
Yeah,
that
Burrow,
was-
I mean, you played
yeah,
Vermintide
I mean, that's the
and
thing.
Overwatch.
Yeah, Burrow and I have played a little bit. So I don't
It's usually after our D&D game, though.
yeah, I wasn't. I don't want to spoil this for anyone, but I'm actually cheating on this Discord because our D&D group that we play in has another Discord, and yeah, we occasionally hang out in there and play games just because time zones tend to line up or time schedules tend to line up a bit better. So I mean, I've been playing Overwatch with like Bree and Kelly and that, and that's fine. But or sorry, not Kelly, with Kat. But you know, like we haven't played a game together in forever. Like, yeah, it's insane.
It's like, yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, now you're almost like proposing the fact that we need to play a game where, like, you know, like I'll do something and then you see the progress that I've done.
And so this is what I was thinking with Rust, because it's like a survival thing. Like your time zones don't necessarily have to line up. Like you can still sort of play in the same world, in the same clan, doing stuff together. And then if there are multiple people on at once, cool, you can do some stuff together. If you're not, doesn't really matter. But then again, it depends, like, you know, if people don't want to play it while nobody else is online, then just nobody ever plays it because nobody's time schedule lines up, you know?
That's it. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, someone would, like, let's say, for instance, like maybe put in like a few hours in it or something, and then you put like a little bit on it, and then I just find myself I'm the only one playing, and then I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it gets hard as years go by. People have other things to worry about, and you know, jobs have become more demanding, and you just like you said, like you just don't have that free time to play games like you would. But
I mean,
Can't wait to have kids.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, even now, like doing this podcast, whatever we're doing.
yeah,
sort of took a little bit of planning to actually get it done. And I mean, for example, like we planned it and stuff, and you still hear tilted too good, buddy. On the phone on the missus, and
Yeah, it's fucked, isn't it? You can't get away from this shit. It sticks with you forever.
No. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's just like it's
It's a
always
terrible thing.
it's gonna be there's always gonna be like a something there, and
I mean,
we sort of have to force to have a contingency plan in terms of what we're actually gonna do and what are we gonna do, when are we gonna do it.
yeah. I mean, I'm in a situation where I always look at everybody else as like I'm in a unique position where I can look at everybody else and be like, you're being slack because you're not here. But realistically, you're not being slack. It's just that I have the most free
Shit's in the
time.
way.
Most time, yeah.
Like I don't do any I say I don't do anything. I work full time as a qualified builder, but that means that my afternoons and my weekends are free. Like I'm not in a serious relationship. I have a dog that can absolutely look after itself and doesn't need attention 100% of the time. Like
simply as a survival mechanism.
yeah. No, but like I don't have anything that I must dedicate time to, or else it will leave, if you know what I mean, or die.
Give Tex a chance.
Nah, she'll fend off the land.
So I can do it whenever. It's like people always say, "Oh, when do you want to do this?" I'm like you can show up at my joint whenever you want and we'll record some magic, or you message me, I'll get on, we'll play. You message me, I'll come around. It's no big deal because I have so much free time. Whereas everyone else, like Ray's job means that he works ridiculous hours and they're constantly changing. Burrow's on the opposite side of the world, which means time zones never quite line up appropriately. Like
just move to Australia, bro. It's awesome. There's fucking bushfires.
Okay, dude.
You know what? I'm graduating at the end of this year. Fucking, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. You guys looking for a roommate?
Dude, healthcare, dude. Yo,
I can do
we're
it.
renting a house out.
Like healthcare, dude. Just think about the healthcare. I'm just advertising Australia. It's like
We can even prove it. We'll just stab you and then you'll get recovery for free.
Just to prove it.
We stabbed again.
Yeah, I don't know. You could always come down. You could always come and see what it's like. It's always an option. We're always accommodating.
I'll get a job with Boger because I have IT experience.
What is Boger?
That sounds horrible.
I can't even remember.
Well, that would be in
Boger is
Brisbane, which would mean that you're nowhere near us.
Boger is like a general
Is
manager.
Boger
for,
in
like,
Brisbane?
server,
Yeah.
He's a busy boy.
server farm.
I actually
essentially.
remember that one.
I was watching him play that racing car game.
Yeah, he was streaming it, wasn't he?
It's called Assetto Corsa or something.
Assetto Corsa, yeah.
He's trying to set
Yeah.
like a new time or something. I'm like, oh, good on you, mate. Let's go.
He said my name on stream because I followed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good, man. Yeah, Bogor's great. Bogor's an older guy. He has kids and wife and things that, again, constantly eat up his time. But
Poor bastard.
That's the thing. He doesn't talk when he's streaming or playing games or anything because his family's always around. So he just does like commentary free streams and stuff, which is really cool.
The thing about that too is like that's not just for streaming either. Like when we were playing fucking Breaking Point together, he's always just like the silent assassin. Yet he was like one of the most reliable people on our fucking legion.
Yeah. So yeah,
like
Bogor's
he wouldn't
been
say
around.
shit. He would like we'd be running around and all of a sudden you just get a random Steam message from Boger saying, "Hey, there's 2 people behind us," and you're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. So
It's just
Boger and I have
terrifying.
been friends for like I think about 12 years, like the same as Rog. Like
Oh,
he's
shit.
an original like Arma 3 guy. So like
Yeah.
we're playing like tactical sim shooters and like there's just one guy who's a mute and he just communicates through like Steam messages.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah. But like Boris says, like he's actually like really reliable. Like there'd be the odd time where like suddenly you'd get shot in the back and then a second later you'd get a message from Bogor like watch out behind you or something like but yeah.
But that was the exception. He was usually like
Sorry,
really
boys,
on
touch
point with that
light.
shit, and you always knew he was just watching your back,
Yeah.
even though he didn't say anything. He was just there.
He just It's like your little angel. He's like, I don't know who he is, I can't hear him,
And
but I just know I'm safe.
The thing is, I
Yep,
love
yep.
about Bogor too is he's always so keen to like all. I always feel bad because like, for instance, Tim said to me, "Oh, let's play Neverwinter because we can do Tomb of Annihilation." I was like, "Yeah, cool. I'll install it. I'll get a character. We'll do some stuff." I put in Discord, "Hey, we're going to play Neverwinter. We're like level 15." Bogor's like, "Yeah, I'll play." He installs Neverwinter, grinds a character up to level 15, and then we just never play it.
Yeah, again.
Oh.
Sorry,
And
Bogle.
he does that for everything. Like if you say like, "Oh, we're thinking about playing this," he'll be like, "Yeah, I'll get it. I'll join." Like he's always so keen, and then we just never follow through. I feel really bad, but
That poor guy.
again, it's not really.
He's the one person from like the group of people I've met online that sent me a Christmas present.
He sent you a Christmas present.
Yeah, it's more of a thank you for helping him out, but
No,
with something else. But it was essentially lined up to where it was a Christmas present.
no.
I put it under my little tree, wrote from Boger to Burrow. It was
It's funny because I feel like you always meet one of those gamers in any game that you play. Like even how can I say it? Like so look, for many of you guys who don't know, I literally play a lot of MMO, right? And you always just get to, because in an MMO you sort of have to, it's a bit of a grind and it's more like a daily play sort of thing. Like you have to play at least an hour or two a day, like just to sort of like progress bit by bit. And in every game I play, there's always that mute person in the guild, because it's always guilds, that would always just do something and never say anything. And there's always discords and stuff. I will have a lot of discords channels and stuff to be a part of the guild, to communicate and do whatever it is that you need to do. Long story short, there's always that party member or that guild member that doesn't really talk, and for some reason they're the ones that are like have the highest kill fame, like the highest, like highest stats in like kill
Yeah.
death ratio, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like how? Like you don't talk, you don't communicate.
I think MMOs are kind of like that. That's a famous thing for like MMOs, and like not specifically like MMOs in the sense of like Albion or Black Desert or WoW or anything like that, but even like massive games like Ark or Atlas, whatever, those sort of like multiplayer survival games, where like, because they're a game that you can like maybe do while you're watching TV, or you can do it while you're doing something else. They are the types of games where people don't necessarily want to interact with anyone, but they want to help. So they're constantly building, or they're constantly doing stuff for the clan or whatever, but they just have no interest in actually interacting with anyone. It's just something to do. Like,
but like that's in everything though, not even just games. Like lurkers
who
in
was
Reddit.
that one kid
like
we
there's
had?
always people that just upvote stuff and just they don't contribute to the conversation, but they'll always read, they'll always upvote, and that's it.
You know what? It's like one of those. The thing about it, putting it in the workplace, it's like sometimes how people will just come in, clock on, do the work, say good day, how are you, but nothing like more than a simple.
It's like
chat.
me. I don't talk to anyone at work because I hate them all. I just go.
That's bullshit. I've seen Snapchats of you throw fucking paint lids as frisbees.
That's no. Don't be
You're constantly
confused.
just fucking
That's my
about.
plastering work with people that I really like working with. My insurance
okay.
work, I don't like the people I work with, and I make that very clear.
You just come in, you do the work, and then you don't really. I mean, you say hi, wire, how's your day, and that's it. Like that's it. That's the fullest of the conversations. Like good, cool. Like you don't talk about like, oh yeah, I did this. I watched a movie last night with my wife. Bloody oh yeah, I'd fucking.
Then I poked her.
Like you know what I mean? Like there's no more of that.
So
Like,
that's the thing too. And I should say, let me actually, that might get cut out because
Sorry.
maybe I shouldn't be saying that. If it doesn't get cut out, I should clarify. I don't hate everyone I work with, because you guys know Hunter. He's in the Discord under something. Like
he came and played first.
I don't hate him. He's fine. I think the problem is, and this is what Ray was just talking about, is there is an age bracket like detachment from people. So like two of the guys
it's a generational gap.
Yeah, like the two of the guys I work with are like I don't know, like 50 plus kind of thing. And then Hunter is literally 18. So there's like, you know, nearly a 10-year gap there. Nodos? What? And like we just don't have anything to talk about really. Like I don't want to talk about fucking playing games.
World War II.
Like no, I don't want to talk about like playing games and anime and TikTok and like desert racing with someone who like
Who doesn't?
all he talks about is, oh, my kids did this. I don't give a fuck what your kids did last
okay. I
night.
thought you were saying you didn't want to talk about any of that shit. I'm like, that's literally all you fucking talk about.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and then I mean, like, yeah, Hunter's 18, but still, like, we don't really have the same interests. So, like, we don't necessarily have stuff to talk about. Like, so you know, it's that sort of thing where you just, you don't necessarily want to chat with people. You just want to do your work and go home so that you can get on Discord and talk to your friends.
Yeah.
I thought you were good at
I like the majority of my coworkers. We have one coworker who's just a fucking absolute dumbest motherfucker I've ever met in my fucking life, and I want to punch him in his fucking stupid ass.
Yeah.
But
I was like,
everything else I really like.
chill.
That sounds
I
real
ran out of
similar to a
breath.
guy that I know.
Anyways,
Actually, I got a few of those.
I mentioned Nodos. Do you remember Nodos from Breaking Point?
I do.
I know the drug
He was that
no-nos.
guy. He was that guy that barely ever fucking like talked, and he would play with us only rarely.
Wasn't he?
But he like knew where all of our safes and all of our houses and stuff were, and he would just get on, find all of the amazing guns, put them in lockers for us, and so we'd log on, and bam, we'd have a new house just full of shit.
Was Nodos
like,
the black guy with like the incredibly like deep, ruggedly like handsome voice that every time, like, because you barely ever heard him speak, and when he did, everyone sort of just stopped like, what the fuck was that?
He had a really deep voice. I don't know if he was black.
Sorry. I always remember
He had a
him as
really
being black
deep
because I
voice.
think I had a conversation. We were like chatting about something, and somebody mentioned something about being black, and I remember specifically Nodos being like sort of not like annoyed by it, but sort of like I can't remember exactly what he said,
Like,
but
what do you
basically
mean?
what he said made me think. Anyway.
He did have a really deep voice, and he very rarely talked.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was always just that helper. He just would get on, build shit, leave stuff for us, and then get off. And whatever we were on, when he had some free time, he would play with us, but he just wouldn't really say much.
Yeah. Can we
He's just an awesome guy.
Can we
Just a shout out to Nodos.
Can we just tell, while we're talking about old Breaking Point stories, can we just have a little reminisce about the JG like meltdown?
KV.
No,
Yeah,
not
the
the
JG
JG
meltdown.
KV, just specifically the JG. So we used to play Breaking Point like religiously, in the sense that like pretty much every night we'd all get on. We had a clan, like sometimes we'd be running around with like a goon squad of like 12 people. Which for
Our
Breaking
record people on at one point was 27.
Yeah, well, there you go. Like, and for a game like Breaking Point is insane. Like, pretty much you can just walk
That's
around
a
and
quarter.
murk people.
I don't even know 27 people.
So anyway, it got to a point later on in like the RMF, which stood for really mean friendlies. Later on,
there was a solid core of about 15 of us that would kind of rotate on.
Yeah.
And so like at any given time, there'd probably be 6 to 8 of us.
And then later on in like the life cycle of RMF, there was this guy JG who, if memory serves, he worked at like an old person's like nursing home, and he was basically like a carer. And he essentially,
he wasn't a registered nurse, he was a nursing assistant.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And he
basically a butt wiper.
I'm gonna be back.
He literally just went from like the highest of highs to just the lowest of lows, like on a light switch, like just, you know. And one day, and like, so we used to play this like religiously. It was like you know, a clan-based game. Everyone contributed, and you built like these safe houses, filled them up with equipment, so that when people got on, or if they got killed, they could run to a safe house, grab some gear, and be ready to go again. And like, you know, it kept it fun for everyone. Later,
Yeah, because finding that stuff on your own would take hours.
Yeah. So later on the lifespan, it got down to the point that on this server, we only had one safe house and it was like loaded up. And anyway, JG apparently just flipped his shit one day, logged on, and he was like, I'm just gonna delete the safe house. And when you delete a safe house in Breaking Point, it deletes everything from inside. No, sorry, it doesn't, but it decays and it disappears. So
what a prick.
He just messages on Steam. Like, he went through and messaged everybody on Steam because this is before Discord. And he's like, he just sent everyone a message saying like, I'm just gonna delete our stuff. And we're all like, dude, like, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, if you don't want to play, cool. Like, leave.
Yeah,
you don't have to play. Why are you gonna ruin it for everyone else? Just leave it. So anyway,
it was him and KV had a fight, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know he like ran across the map to the safe house, and like deleted the safe house. So all the stuff was like exposed, and like I think it had like an hour before it all disappeared. So like one guy managed to get on, and he's like, I saved what I could. Like he put like 4 guns in his inventory because that's like what you could carry, and everything else just got deleted, and then he just never played again.
Oh, were you not there for that? No, that was a lot more like there's a lot more drama to that because there was one guy that was on, I think it was actually KV, and him and JG were playing, and for some reason they got into a fight or something, and JG decided, you know what, fuck this group and fuck everybody. So he went back to the safe house, and I'm literally looking at a map right now because I couldn't remember where it was. Which, you know, I'm gonna fucking link this so you can look at it too.
I remember, like I remember, but yeah.
So
like
we were at the
oh, God.
So KV was on, and he literally like messaged everybody, and it's like, "Hey, JG's going crazy, get here!" And so we all jumped on TeamSpeak. He gave us like a little rundown of what's happening. And he said, "Oh, JG's on his way right now to delete our safe house." And we're like, "Wait, what?" And he had about a 15-minute lead on us. And I'm pretty sure it was like a 30-minute like timer. And so what he was doing was like, you can delete the safe house, which then opens it up to everybody. But then you have to go and delete like all the weapon lockers. Otherwise, the lockers will just sit there. They're just open containers for anybody to grab. But if he deletes the lockers, then the guns will decay over a certain amount of time. And we were back at the like the Victoria Hotel, which is near the southeastern airfield. And our safe house was in Krupa, which is in the southwestern side of the map. And so that's about a 20-minute run. And so we get on, we're all there because we all logged out in the same place. And so we all just start sprinting back. KV had like a little bit of head start on us. We were all just like, there were like, I think 6 of us that got on. And we just start sprinting back, and JG sending these messages and like pictures to people like, yep, look at I'm deleting stuff and blah blah blah. And like we literally sprinted there, got to the place, like surrounded it. We checked inside. When KV ran directly into the building, and he wasn't in there, and there were a few lockers still left. Like, I guess he heard us coming. And so we all surrounded the village, and we had to do like a hunt for him. We finally found him, we killed him. But then we had to take our time to like grab everything out of there, and we made another like a safe. We made a couple like loot stashes down south, which doesn't hold nearly as much, just so we could temporarily store everything. But like that whole time, he was just like freaking out. He came into the Discord and he was like essentially crying, just going, "Everyone hates me. My life fucking sucks. Blah blah blah.
Damn.
You're all assholes." And like, yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it might have been like bipolar disorder.
Yeah, the dude
because
just,
like he would go from these like super manic episodes where he'd play and just be super high, talking all the time and like hyped up and all that stuff, to just like the most depressed person in the world. And when he gets into his down stations, he would take it out on everybody else.
Yeah, which sucked because the dude was incredibly funny. Like he was probably, when he was happy, he was like probably my favorite. Like I know you hated the JGKV duo. I fucking loved it because they were like an old married couple who just argued nonstop about the dumbest stuff, and it was hilarious. It was so funny.
I like them both a lot individually, but when they'd start arguing about shit, it could really get on my nerves. Not because like, oh, they're doing stupid arguments or whatever. That's kind of entertaining, because they would go in circles.
Yeah, no,
for
but yeah,
an hour
that was the best
where
thing.
they
Like
keep saying the same thing back to us.
JG would like complain about something, and then KV would be like just rebut, but about a completely different topic that made no sense to what JG just said.
Yes.
Like,
They would have two different arguments, but they'd still be arguing at each other for hours.
Yeah.
I got sick of that.
I hate to be I guess a pest.
Yeah,
But,
shut up, Raymond.
I gotta I gotta head out. I gotta do like this big Zerg versus Zerg. Like a big ZVZ, dude. Like
Okay.
100 people are gonna be ZVZing, fighting for
you're gonna
territories
record
in a
it?
different game.
You gotta.
You can
gotta
only
stream
leave,
it?
Raymond.
I could probably stream it. Yeah,
All right.
I'll
Well,
probably stream
you
it
know, you could stream it. I'm not talking about on Discord. Don't do it on Discord. Nobody watches your shit on
in
Discord.
Twitch.
You know, stream it, put it on YouTube, and then other people can check it out. Cool.
Wait,
No,
do you
we're
want me
gonna
to
we're
Twitch
gonna
it
go
or not?
anyway because we've been going for about an hour. Hopefully, this will work out to be about an hour once we cut it down. We don't quite know what we're doing, but we'll get there. It's part 1. Let us know if you manage to make it this far and you're still listening. Let us know. You know, anything.
Hi, Mom.
Tell us stuff. Tell us stuff in the comments.
If there's anybody out there, just say something.
Yeah, let us know. Anyway, cool. All right, we're gonna go. We will be back with the next one whenever we get time to do it.
Next Friday.
It won't. No, we can't always do it at this time slot. Burrow's like done well to stick around this long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what time is it?
It's 10:30 for us.
It's 5:30 a.m. and I have to be up in about 5 hours.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
See this? Yeah, you think you put in a lot of like effort, Tim? You don't do shit, mate. Compared to
Oh,
Bo.
mate, have you seen the Rat Project YouTube videos lately?
I have to wake up in 4.5 hours. Actually.
Okay,
now
wait,
that I think about
wait.
it.
Should I stream this or no?
I don't know. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thanks, guys.
All right.
We will see you next time. Bye.
All right, see you, man. See you, everyone.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Love you.
I'm going to bed.
Ray just immediately leaves.
Yeah. See you, Ray, you fucking idiot.